In the end, us as men, women are going to become our biggest problem. And here's why. But before I get started, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Bryant Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Bryant Watkins channel. Smash that like button. To all my viewers, thank you for your support, your viewership, and your donations. Without you, it would never be possible, and I ask that you continue to do so. My link will be in the description section to my Cashapp. To my new viewers, welcome. Smash that subscribe button to continue to get more content. And also smash that like button. Let's get started. Because of the fact, I would say 98% of women in the West have chosen to ignore Agenda 21. See, Agenda 21 is exactly what the powers that be said it is. It is actually a new world order. And the fact that women will continue to outnumber us, most of them have chosen to ignore the new world order. Most of us as men are more open-minded and have embraced the new world order. Why? Because we actually have options that weren't available to us before the new world order. And women could have the same thing if they began to acknowledge and embrace Agenda 21. But before the coming of the New World Order, she was allowed to treat us right if we treated her right in return. Most men did. I mean, some men acted up and, did some things that shouldn't have been done to her. But on a larger scale, most men were pretty good to women. And they treated you pretty bad. Why? Because she chose on her own, no influence from society, but on her own, to be evil, to hate men, to be greedy, to be selfish, to be a witch. Now, the New World Order, according to how she sees it, has leveled the field for us. And she don't like that. Because she figured that as long as she get her associate's degree, get her bachelor's degree, get her master's degree, get her PhD, that she would be set for life, right? Well, before the presence of Agenda 21, the New World Order, that was true. It was. However, that's no more. And she'll never get it back ever again. Now, I saw this yesterday in the library when I was grinding, right? I saw a 12-year-old female with her mother give me the most envious, hateful, dirty look I have ever seen the opposite gender give me ever since I've been on this planet. Because they hate that us as men have options that they can't control. And because most of them will still continue to ignore Agenda 21, most of them have the audacity to believe that it was our responsibility to permanently forsake our goals, our dreams, to take care of her ungrateful self. And she's coming up shorter than a midget. She's coming up so short that a midget will look 7 feet tall. Because most of us know and understand that, of course, there's nothing wrong with admiring the beauty of a woman. But through trial and error, we were forced to also learn. Pay attention to her insides and her actions more than how she looks and what she says. And because we have entered the food shortage, hyperinflation, many things are starting to come to pass that is causing all of us on this planet to pay more attention than we ever have in our entire lives. So they're starting to envy our success. And this success can be in the most smallest form, such as consistently being able to go to the store to pay for whatever you would like to have in your private possession. I starting to increase more and more when I go to the grocery store. I love drinking coffee. I go to all different types of coffee shops. And they're starting to get upset because we supposed to automatically think, well, she's in need now because she has decided to knowingly reject Agenda 21. It is our responsibility to permanently provide for her from the smallest to the largest so that she can exist in an unworried fashion. And we can feel proud of that. And it's like, well, no, I don't. I don't see it like that. And in turn, and mind you, I don't even know these women. And even the ones that I am aware of, like I said, in any community or neighborhood that you live in, you gotta go to and fro. You're going to see people that you become familiar with. They don't have to be a friend or an associate. It's just you go to Coney Island or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's or Arby's. If you go there and they have your favorite products, eventually the cashier and yourself will become familiar with one another's presence. Don't mean you gotta become running buddies, but you know where I'm going with this. And I'm learning that those are the ones that are, which is smart, deceitful in its own way. Naturally, they're going to lean towards somebody that they have gotten a pattern of trust. That's smart. But her ulterior motives are usually demonic because they know that they are not worth any of these things that they want us to believe they are. But they're going to try you anyway. And it was so-called cool because us as men agreed to put up with it because we wanted to be with them. Okay, now most men know and understand that that's not a logical, smart idea to look at them as a potential wife, a potential girlfriend, a potential mate, a potential mother of your children. We know and understand that you don't want to look at them like that at all because thanks to Agenda 21, the New World Order, the internet. We have been educated on how to clearly and intelligently look at the modern woman to stay away from her. She's not taking this laying down at all. The more and more that each man becomes more and more successful with the use of artificial intelligence, the more we are going to have to watch our back with them. Yes, I'm seeing that, especially with the wages remaining the same. And I understand that when you go into business, you can only pay your employees a certain amount, yes, to pay their rent and whatnot, for them to come back. You can't pay your employees no $15 million an hour because you and I both know you'll never see them again. Now, women love security, and this is where it gets dangerous for us. They're going to hold on to that job. Okay. And I got that. But like I said in the beginning, she's chosen to ignore Agenda 21. See, it's one thing to look into something and then you weigh it out and make the decision if you want to accept it, embrace it, or reject it. Nope. She don't even look in it, and she never will. And because she can't monkey branch or piggyback off of us who have, she is going to become violent. Yes, I see that. She's going to become violent towards us. Why? Because we won't fall for the okie doke at all. Yeah. And it's really sad because, like I said in the previous videos that I've made recently about this same topic in one way or another, women that work at the locations that I mentioned earlier are beginning to not speak to me. See, this demonic entitled mentality that she has fashioned herself is starting to come up short. Okay, the phone don't ring, no text messages, no inbox, no money. If she do get some money, it's short term. They ain't coming back because they have a foul attitude, an entitlement attitude. It's almost like when you've eaten something that was your favorite at one time, but it doesn't taste the same, or it just was downright nasty, and you spit it out, and you don't eat it anymore. And that's how most men look at the modern woman, especially now. And with us entering into hyperinflation, see, that's where it's going to really get bad for us concerning them. Because once hyperinflation really, really, really kicks in, and because of the wages that is being paid at these entry-level jobs, she's not going to be able to buy anything anyway. And that's when she's really going to act a fool on us, because she's going to expect for us to, drop out and not only feed her, but to permanently take care of her, be around her, and carry her. And I had to learn the hard way. No matter how gorgeous a woman of the West look, she always has baggage, because they love drama and chaos, and they care not that you don't. And she's evil, greedy, and selfish. So there's no wiggle room for nothing. If some of those were not as truthful as they are about her, I still wouldn't marry her, still wouldn't date her, but I definitely would look at her in a more or less restrictive manner. But because all those things I previously mentioned is true about her, it's just like when you put on a new pair of shoes that you have to lace up. You put your shoes and you lace them up and you tie your shoes tightly so that you can go on about your way. And because most men are going their own way, rather, like I said, I went my way long before I even heard MGTOW, but also ones that are MGTOW. That number is growing. It would work for her if men were doing that to say, okay, we're only doing this to show you that, hey, we can leave you alone and move on. Now stop being evil and we'll take you back at once. Nope. Men are actually moving on permanently, and just understand that, okay, you're always going to remain what you are. Okay. And you take care. Because remember, guys, she's the same one that says she don't need a man and that she's strong and independent. And the time has arrived now where she got to eat all those alphabets with or without milk. And she's not going to take this laying down. So like I said, we're in trouble with them. She's going to be the worst one in the end because men are taking on a new life now. Men are pursuing personal things for personal development, and they're succeeding at it. And she can't stand it.